What's going on, everyone? It's a nice, almost nice Monday morning. Just took my kids to school, but it's a little bit rainy out. Sprinkle a little bit on the way. Right now I'm on my way to my car to go put some work in. Now, one thing, channel's not dead. Second thing, yes, I know I've been slacking on the video updates, but that's only because I've just been waiting on a couple of things. Right now the engine's off at the machine shop, getting cam degreed, so I'm waiting for that guy to do his thing, and then once I get the engine back, I'll go ahead and drop it back in the Civic. Right now, it's been about 2.5 weeks. You know, I don't want to rush the guy or anything, I just want to let him do his job. I know he already had a lot on his plate, but you know, I'm hoping this week he should be finished up with it. I was going to post a video for you guys earlier in the week, but I've been so busy with work, and then Sunday I was going to actually edit it and post it, but unfortunately I wound up dropping my phone Saturday night and cracked the screen, so I lost everything on the phone because I had a password on it. All the touch features didn't work anymore, so I don't have any access into that phone, so I'm just making a new one to keep you guys in the loop and what's going on with it. In the last video I was putting together that I lost the footage because it's on my old phone. What I did was I went to the car and cleaned up the engine bay real good, taped everything off, and I just did, you know, a quick, probably $25 paint job, you know, just to change it up a little bit. The engine bay was looking a little rough, and it did have some primer spots and stuff from when I had sanded before, because there was a little bit of rust going on in there, so I had to clean that up, and then I just hit it with primer and never got back to it. What I did the other day was, you know, I cleaned everything up and then I painted it. I just used spray paint. I wasn't trying to do anything crazy, you know, it's going to take any more time, and also too, I wasn't trying to spend, you know, a lot of money, because obviously it's not a show car, you know. This is a car that I'm looking to race and have fun in, but I also want it to look decent. So I figured while the engine's out, you know, I might as well go ahead and do that. I'm on my way now, so when I get there I'll show you guys what I did. But it kind of sucks that I lost all that footage, because I actually, you know, did some footage of me actually working on it and stuff, and I was going to time lapse it, but now it's gone, so we have to start all over. I also got a fuel pump that I'm going to put in today. It's a Walbro 255 inline fuel pump. I'm going to go ahead and mount that up today. Just try to get, you know, as much stuff ready before this engine gets back. I got my little man with me, my son. Yeah, he's going to help me today bust all this stuff out. But yeah, stay tuned. You know, also too, keep following the channel, you know, because things are going to pick up. The way, you know, back before when my car was running, I used to post videos all the time, me racing or other people racing and stuff. But now since it's been down, I haven't really been, you know, involved in the scene so much. Just trying to stay focused on getting the car back and getting the money. Just stay on the channel and everything, and you'll see that the videos are going to start picking up and the races are going to start coming in. All I was doing before was just waiting to get where I am now and get the car back up and running. So once that happens, there will be a lot of videos coming. Hey, this is where I left off with the car. I was out here a couple of days ago, but I had to cut it short because I had work. But it just rained, so all this tape and everything's wet. This shit needs to come off. Let me show you. Excuse me, buddy. I had all of this cut out. The floor. Y'all can call me crazy if you want, but to each his own. You know, do what you gotta do. Nobody else is driving this car but me. But anyways, I had got this sheet metal and I trimmed it out so that it will fit. And then I'm gonna drill holes, you know, around and stuff like that, and I'm gonna rivet it in and put some silicone sealer around it to keep the water and stuff out. I'll probably run maybe like a support, like a real thin angle iron or something, just to keep it from rattling. I don't know if it's gonna rattle a lot, but I know that this right here is gonna rattle a lot, because this, I gotta rivet this and drill it and rivet it and then silicone it, but everything else is riveted, you know, all the way up. Still not sure if I want to take the dash out. I might. but that's still kind of up in the air. All this masking tape is wet, and the last time I painted it, I didn't have time to take it off. Plus I wanted everything to dry. Let me show you what the day is looking like. Flip that hood back. Nothing crazy, just spray paint. I used about 2 cans. You know, with the prep and everything, and the spray paint and the masking tape, it was only like 25 bucks. I didn't want to do anything crazy because it's not a show car, but just wanted to make the engine bay look a little bit nicer for when I put the engine in. Like I said, to each his own. Some of y'all would rather go out there and spend the money and the time and actually prep and sand everything down and do it all the right way, but you know, what you guys have in mind for your car is totally different from it. So I was a little cheap on that part just because I don't care too much about it. You can see that the actual body could use a paint job, so there's no point in me spending hundreds of dollars, you know, painting this up and cleaning this up when the outside of the car looks like shit. It's a little bit of rust right there. That's about it on this car as far as rust goes. But I brought my fuel pump along because I'm going to put that in and replace that one. That's just a stock pump. I just mounted it there so that way I can see where I want to run everything. But that's going to come out. I'm going to put the inline fuel pump there. And the line's right there. And those are going to feed up to the fuel cell, which is going to sit in the trunk. Alright guys, so I got the Walbro 255 inline fuel pump in. My son over here helping me. That's what makes this thing go fast. Him helping me. It took me, I don't know, about 10-15 minutes to mount it all up. Still going to secure it up a little bit better. Probably going to switch those fuel lines out later. But it's all hooked up. We got the power and the ground connected. Next thing is hooking up the fuel lines to the fuel cell. Here's the rest of the stuff that I was telling y'all that I had bought. I got a new alternator belt because the other one was all cracked up and everything, and y'all know B-series swaps and EFs and CRXs and stuff, it's a pain in the ass to get to the alternator. So I got this now so I could just put it on before the engine's in the car. Also, you know, new head gasket, you know, just the basic stuff. New oil filter, new spark plugs, NGK, of course. I got my ECU down here from when I took it out of the car. It's all Ziploc bagged, so no moisture gets in that, so we have no issues with that. And then the oil I'm using, I got 5 quarts of Valvoline VR1. It's got a high zinc content, so it really helps with the break-in process. It's about, I think, $6 or $7 a quart, but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. But yeah, everything's ready to go. Just waiting on the engine. As y'all can see, we're getting close. It's almost time.